The midterm elections will determine more than just the balance of power in Congress and state houses across the country. They'll also give us our first nationwide read on what voters think about the U.S. Capitol attack and the baseless claims of fraud in the 2020 election. Some people making those fraud claims are on ballots in state and local races. And as congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane reports, so too are some of the people who were actually in the mob on January 6th.
In the months after a mob swarmed the U.S. Capitol, some of them falsely claiming fraud in the 2020 election results in states like Arizona, Pennsylvania, and Michigan. 3 men who were in the crowd outside that day have sought high office in Arizona, Pennsylvania, and Michigan. State Representative Mark Fincham, who was outside the Capitol January 6th, is the nominee to be Arizona's top elections official, Secretary of State. Fincham claims the 2020 election was rigged and has been subpoenaed by the House January 6 Select Committee. Also subpoenaed by the committee, Pennsylvania Republican gubernatorial candidate Doug Mastriano, who the committee says was also at the Capitol January 6th and had knowledge of plans to submit a false slate of electors that day. Neither Mastriano nor Fincham is charged with a crime, but Ryan Kelly is. Kelly was a Michigan Republican gubernatorial candidate who lost on primary day but returns to court in September. He's charged with entering restricted grounds and disorderly conduct in a Capitol breach case. None of the 3 shied away from talking about January 6th on the stump. Political analysts say a connection to January 6th has helped or eventually will help some GOP candidates outflank other Republicans in their primary campaigns.
How damning can this be? Well, in a general election in a blue state, I don't think it's going to be very helpful, to say the least. But in Republican primaries, it's no wonder that it's been sort of a feather in your cap. If you were at the Capitol on January 6th, it's not going to hurt you. Now, again, in the context of a Republican primary.
Former West Virginia Republican State Delegate Derek Evans pleaded guilty in his Capitol riot case and recently began serving a 3-month sentence in prison. He resigned his seat, but told CBS News he's considering a future run for office in his home state. West Virginia Democratic Party leaders slam Evans for his role in the Capitol breach and his suggestion of any future run. But Evans said those who voted for him in the past remain supportive.
A lot of these people shook my hand. They thought it was dumb, but they did thank me for having enough guts and backbone to stand up and represent them and make their voices heard.
There have also been local candidates charged in January 6 cases. A former Parkersburg, West Virginia city council member and a New Mexico county commissioner who tells me he expects to run again in future elections. Nikole, this isn't the last cycle. I think this dynamic is going to be true.
Yeah, and I think it really raises questions about the impact that this could have not only on the current election, but future elections as well.
And I think if you win a primary against somebody who supported the January 6th committee or was somebody supportive of the investigation, you therefore have a mandate with a Republican majority next Congress to investigate the Department of Justice and take a hard line against any investigation of Donald Trump.
I want to also turn to, obviously, some of the races that we're watching tonight involving Liz Cheney, Senator Lisa Murkowski. We know that these have been 2 very vocal Trump critics. And so, obviously, we're watching these results closely tonight. But how will their positions on January 6th and the former president factor into tonight's races?
Liz Cheney is just a litmus test tonight on January 6th among the Republican base voters. I mean, it's just a straight up or down vote on her and almost clearly defined by January 6th and her role in the committee. Lisa Murkowski, you recall 12 years ago, climbed this mountain by winning a write-in campaign because she lost her primary. This might be less of a steep mountain tonight just because of her vote on the impeachment.
My colleague, congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane, thanks so much for being with us.